Hello and welcome to Winter Chevrolet Stadium in Pittsburgh, where we are ready for game number 5 of the 6-game homestand against the Vallejo Admirals, between the Pittsburgh Diamonds and the Vallejo Admirals. I'm Scott McDonald here without Tony Schultz tonight for the second night. He is not feeling well. He won't be with us. We wish him a speedy recovery. Tonight it's going to be Dennis Neal on the mound for the Pittsburgh Diamonds. He came out here against the Pacifics. He pitched 7 innings. He gave up 4 earned runs. He struck out 8. He walked nobody. And that is an important statistic for a team that just walked 8 people on Sunday in that game. I'm sorry, walked 21 batters on Sunday's game, which they almost lost. BayAreaSports.tv. We're about ready to get started. Dennis Neal steps up and he first pitch of the night to Chevy Clark is lifted to the right side, and Valdez goes out there, but in comes Austin Fraker, who will be in right field tonight. He makes a catch on the first play of the game. It's a very low-key kind of wind-up. The left-hander pitches the ball, and then Perez swings, bounds it to Garcia at shortstop with a high bounce, and he throws him out, and that's out number 2. Odemar Valdez, the second baseman. Vinny Galletti at first base. Chad Heiberger, who had an interesting night last night, and then on the mound is Neal. Neal winds and delivers 1-0, and the 1-0 pitch is swung and bound to the left side. Wagner stabs at it but can't get it, and it goes down the left field line and in foul territory. Marty Carrani comes over to pick it up. He'll throw it back in, but Payne will have a stand-up double with 2 outs here in the first inning. So far, this pitch to Durkee, ground to the right side. It's a fair ball. Galletti picks it up, and he's going to flip it to Neal for the out, and that will do it for the first inning for the Vallejo Admirals. Given up 22 runs, but only 14 of them were earned. He struck out 16 and walked 15. The first pitch to Garcia is grounded up the middle. Shortstop Perez comes over, scoops it up, and his throw to first base is in time, and that's out number 1. In the cleanup spot, the next pitch to Valdez is grounded to the right side. It is going to be picked up by the first baseman Bautista, and he will flip it to Hutchison, and that will be out number 2. Pacific Association hitting 422. Wes Wallace hitting 358. This pitch is a high fly ball to center field, and the center fielder Pugh is underneath it, and he makes the catch. So the Diamonds go quietly in the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of 1, it's 0-0. Gun that tells you how fast a pitcher is throwing the ball. Gomez hits this one to left field. It's going to land in front of Marty Carrani, who came in and had kind of a wave of the glove in that way that looks like maybe he was losing it in the light, but it was not. With a 1-2 count on the batter, he looks over at first base. Gomez does not go. This ball is bound to the left side. Wagner charges. He picks it up and throws to first. Out. Neal now looking at second base. Throws the plate, and this one is bounded towards Jose Garcia at shortstop. He's got it deep at short and throws across the diamond for the out, and that's out number 2. Games and lost those leads twice. Here's the pitch, a big swing and a miss by Reyes, and he goes down with a strikeout to end the top of the second inning. But here's a pitch to Galletti, and he smacks this one to the right field, and it's going to be a base hit. He has 2 home runs and 12 RBIs, and this pitch is bound to the right side of the second baseman, Durkee. Durkee throws and bounds the ball past the shortstop into left field. Up comes Galletti. He'll go to third. Calderon around first. He will head to second, and the Diamonds have runners at second and third with nobody out. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Marty Carrani bounds it high over Hutchison at pitcher, and it goes to Durkee, and he blows that. He hits it with his glove. In to score comes Galletti, and the ball falls harmlessly to the ground. And now with 2 batters in a row, Durkee has an error. Runs, hits Aaron's show to start the pregame show. Here's the pitch to Wagner. He swings and misses. Marty Carrani goes. The throw goes to the pitcher. He stops it. Throws to third to try to get Calderon, and Calderon will come in to score because it gets away from the third baseman and goes into left field. Hutchison, who's had a tough luck inning, comes to the plate, and Fraker whacks this one to the right center field. No one will get to it. Marty Carrani is on his way to third. He's rounding third. He will score. Fraker is on his way to second. He comes in sliding, and he's in there safely, and he's got a double and an RBI. They're going to try a pickoff play. Second, it goes into center field. On his way to third is Fraker. He'll be in there easily, and now the Diamonds have a runner who can score on a fly ball. Somewhat less than that because he did get out in the first inning. Here's the pitch to Garcia. He'll lift this one to center field. Right field, Gomez is coming in to make the play, and he's got it. That's out number 3. Neal comes to the plate 3-2, and this pitch by Clark is lifted to the right side. Out into the outfield grass is Valdez. Valdez gives way to the right fielder Fraker, who makes the catch. That is one of the things about changing positions. Neal to the plate. And that ball is barely smacked off the end of the pad. It's picked up by Galletti. He steps on first. Going to third is Pugh. The 1-1 pitch is swung and whacked to the right side into right field, base hit. That will score a run. Pugh comes in to score, and that will put Payne at second, and staying at first base will be Durkee. Payne deals walk 2 batters, and then a single brought in the run. Here's a pitch, and this one from Gomez. It's hit to left field. Back goes Marty Carrena. He's underneath it. He sees it. He stops going backwards. He comes forward and makes the catch. On Saturday as well, this pitch is hit by Valdez high to left field. It's going to be short. Coming in to try to make the catch is Clark, and he makes the catch. A sliding catch with the ball. Galletti at the plate, and the pitch is swung on and hit to center field. The center fielder comes charging, and Pugh will not get there. Will fall in for a base hit. Wallace goes to second, and the Diamonds have 2 runners on now. A pitcher's duel in Sonoma. The pitch to Calderon is popped up into short center field. Back goes Perez, the shortstop, to make the catch. And walked 1 batter. Here's the pitch. Marty Carrena hits this ball to right field, right center, and it's deep. And back goes Pugh, and back goes Gomez, and it's Pugh in right center to make the catch. Out number 3 for the Diamonds. Marty Carrena gave it a ride, but Telman Pugh went out there and got it along the right center field fence, and so that's out number 3. And we will go to the 4th inning with the score: Pittsburg 3 and Vallejo 1. The pitch is Fernacci hits this one to deep left center field. Over comes Marty Carrena. He's going to be there to make the catch. And stepping up to the plate is Bautista, who hits this one high to right field. Back goes Fraker. He's to the wall. He watches. It's gone. So Bautista hits the ball over the right field fence for a solo home run. Fraker went out there and decided at one point, well, this is not going to do anything. I might as well just stop and be a spectator. And he was, as the ball landed over the right field fence. There are cars parked out there. We didn't hear any crashing windshields. That's a run for Vallejo, who is now pulled within a run with the score: Diamonds 3 and Vallejo 2. Comes to the plate. 0-1, and Reyes hits this ball to right field. Back goes Fraker to the warning track. He stops and makes the catch. Reyes trying to give us an instant replay, but he didn't quite hit the ball far enough, and that's going to be out number 2. Here's a pitch to Pugh. It bounces, and Neal stabs it at the mound, and then we'll throw him out easily, and that's the end of the 4th inning. For the Diamonds, they get a run, though. They get a home run. The Diamonds. Here's a pitch from Hutchison, and Wagner hits this one to left field, and over comes Clark. Clark looking at it, and he looks like he's got a beat on it, and he makes the catch. Marquise Hutchison comes to the plate, and Fraker smacks to the left side, and that could get past the left fielder, Clark, and it's going to be off the wall. Round first for Fraker. The throw comes in from Clark, but it's not going to do anything but reach the shortstop Perez, and shallow left field. Fraker is in at second, working him with 1 out. The pitch from Hutchison. He hits this one to deep left field. Back of left fielder Clark. He's at the fence. He watches. He leaps. He can't get it. It's gone. Austin Fraker with a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 4th inning over the outstretched glove of Chevy Clark in left field, and that makes it a 5-2 ball game in favor of the Pittsburgh Diamonds. And so it went out of the field to play. And there goes Garcia slapping into right field. That's a base hit. Gomez makes the pickup, and he'll throw it back in. Garcia will hold it first with a single. Catch someone sleeping when they really come at it quickly. This pitch to Valdez, swung on and hit high to center field. In comes Pugh, and he will make the catch in short center field. And Garcia will head back to first base. Garcia now with a good lead. Here comes the pitch. There he goes. The pitch by Wallace is swung and popped up into the infield. In comes the second baseman, but it's Bautista, the first baseman, who makes the catch. And that will end the 4th inning. But the Diamonds come up with 2 runs on a 2-run home run from Chad Heiberger. And at the end of 4, the score: Pittsburgh 5 and the Admirals 2. The pitch from Neal. Swung on, bound to the left side. Wagner takes 2 hops, gloves the ball, throws across the diamond, and gets Clark at first base. The 3-2 pitch is swung on. He reaches out to hit this one to right field, and Fraker comes over a couple steps to make the catch. So that is the 1-2-3 inning for Dennis Neal. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, the score: Pittsburgh 5 and Vallejo 2. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and hit the left field. A big race over there for Clark. He was over in left center, but he comes over to left field and makes the catch, and that's out number 1. Now he's ready for the 1-1 pitch, and it's bound to the left side. It's picked up by Franacki, who throws a second for one, and on the first, double play. And the Admirals wipe the bases clean. 5 o'clock and 5 o'clock. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Durkee hits this ball to the right side, but over there is Fraker to get it on a bounce. It's going to be a single, and Durkee is on with a leadoff hit. Neal is on the mound. There goes the runner, Durkee, and the pitch is a strike. The throw from second to second is not in time, and the pitch swung on, and this one is a high fly ball to deep left field. Back goes Marty Carrena. He stops going backwards, comes in, and makes the catch for out number 2. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on a hit at the plate. It gets a high bounder to the pitcher, Neal, who gets it easily, throws him out to first base. Galletti. Hutchison has had a good night on the mound, but hadn't been helped by his defense. Wagner swings at the first pitch, and it's going to be a high foul ball. Off goes the first baseman, Bautista, in foul territory to make the catch. This pitch is strike 3 as Heiberger cannot hit it with a swing and a miss. He will sit down, or he will not sit down, to go put on his catching gear, because he's got to catch the top of the 7th inning as the Diamonds go down 1-2-3. At the end of 6, the score, Pittsburgh 5 and the Admirals 2. Still in the bottom of the 7th, and it could be a pickoff play. The throw to first, now on to second, and Pugh is out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and whacked to the right side. Rolls to Galletti. He picks it up, makes the play himself at first base, and that is out number 3. So nothing. Well, he's on deck now. He'll be at the plate if he gets a chance. Here's the pitch, and that's swung by Wallace, and he lifts into left field, a base hit. Just over the outstretched glove of Pedro Perez, who couldn't quite get high enough to get it, and that's a base hit for Wes Wallace. And yes, Vinny Galletti will come to the plate. And it came up to this game, 4-22. There goes Wallace, and he's going to make it to second easily as the ball gets past Reyes behind the plate, and it's going to be no throw to second base. 4 errors for the Admirals. And now they're going to try a pickoff play at second, and Wallace is back in. Was able to get back in. Now the Admirals are playing a shift. Here's the pitch to Galletti, and he hits this ball to center field. It's going to be short. In comes Pugh. He can't make the play, and then to score is Wes Wallace. It's 6-2 in favor of Pittsburgh. Neal comes to the plate. And this pitch is hit high over the head of Wagner into left field. Barely a base hit. Perez is going to try for third. Here comes the Marty Carrena's throw. Will go to second, and it is not in time to get Payne. He is kind of looking at the bullpen, and he kind of waves his right hand, so I would think that's going to bring us Jordan Brink. And a fine performance tonight for Dennis Neal, who will walk off the mound here in the 8th inning, leading 6-2. He can win this game, but he cannot lose it. He is responsible for 2 runners on. And into the game will come the right-hander, Martinez, who has been warming up for some time and should be ready to go. So the 2-2 pitch from Martinez is swung on a bounder to the right side. Martinez is going to go to first. He'll underhand it to Galletti, and that's out number 1. They're looking for number 4 tonight as Martinez pitches here with 1 out, and the pitch to Gomez is swung on and hit right up the middle for a base hit. In to score will come Sean Payne. Gomez will go to first, and the Admirals are alive. There's now 6-4. There goes Gomez. The pitch is low. Heiberger throws to second, and Martinez taking his time here with the central timer at the plate. The pitcher for Nancy, ground ball, and Garcia stumbles to get the ball. He throws across the diamond, and it is not in time. Beaten out by Franacki. Garcia had a tough time picking that ball up, it seemed. It was low to the ground, and then he comes up throwing, but it was not in time to get Franacki, who beats it out. There goes Franacki. The pitch is a strike. It's 3-2. Now, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Bautista. The pitch. He swings and fouls it off at the plate. And he's going to be thrown out at first base by Heiberger. Had to get the ball that bounced away from him. And 2 down. The pitch to Reyes. He hits it to left field. Marty Carrena comes over and makes the catch. It was a line drive that if it had been any to the left or to the right, it might have caused all kinds of trouble. Marty Carrena was right there. He took 3 steps forward to make the catch. Out number 3 in the 8th inning. Sonoma leading the Diamonds by 4.5 games, and it's just getting really important. Holmes with the pitch, and Marty Carrena hits this off in the short center field. Back goes the second baseman, who says he's got it and makes the catch. So it is a mystery about who will come in here. This pitch for Wagner is hit to left field. It is deep, and back goes Clark, and he's over to the wall, and it's gone! Right over the 329-foot mark of left field, right at the foul pole, about 6 feet inside the foul pole, and J.J. Wagner has given the Diamonds an extra run, and the 8th inning, it's 7-4. Then the Diamonds would pick up a valuable game. The pitch to Garcia is a looping line drive into right center field. It's a base hit. Heiberger's on to second, and a hold there. Number 3 in the league in batting as tonight's game started. Here's the pitch. He hits this one to center field. Pugh goes over to the left side. He's going to have a play. He makes it. That's the 3rd out of the inning. Wallace will leave the bases loaded, but the Diamonds get a run, and we're going to the 9th inning with the score. Pittsburgh 7, the Admirals 4. The Admirals don't want to have the last out of the game at second base if the batter should strike out and Clark gets tagged out. This pitch is ripped to the right side, and right at Valdez just throws the first double play. And the game is over. The Diamonds have won it 7-4 on a double play from Valdez, who snared the line drive and then threw to Galletti for the out. And it is the Diamonds coming up with their 4th victory in a row, and that's the 3rd time this year that they've had a 4-game winning streak. A much more normal game tonight than we have seen in this series. The Diamonds winning by 3 runs. The final total, 7 runs, 10 hits. No errors for the Diamonds. 4 runs, 8 hits, and a treacherous 4 errors for the Admirals, all coming in 1 inning, a big 3-run inning early in the game, that 2nd inning, and when the Diamonds took a 3-0 lead, and they win by those 3 runs here. 7-4 is the final. The winning pitcher is Dennis Neal with an outstanding performance for Pittsburgh. The losing pitcher, Marquise Hutchison, who pitched a good game, did not deserve that result, but his fielders behind him did not come through. Tomorrow night is the final in this 6-game homestand, all against Vallejo. The Diamonds are 4-1 in 5 games so far against them, and they will play game number 6 tomorrow. They are holding on to see what happens in Sonoma. As we leave the broadcast tonight, they've just tied the score. So in the bottom of the ninth, it is now tied 6-6 in Sonoma, and I think that's it. I think they're going to extra innings. So they're going to extra innings. If the Diamonds have won, if Sonoma wins, then the Diamonds will be 4.5 out tomorrow. But if San Rafael can pull it off, the Diamonds will be 3.5. Tony Schultz not able to join us tonight because he's ill. We'll hope he'll make it tomorrow night. This is Scott McDonald. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Diamonds win 7-4.